Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my video. My name is Ashley Myscene. Please like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. So today I have another story time coming at you, and this time my story time is about my creepy coworker at the job I used to work at, Kmart. So my experience at Kmart has been not really the best. I worked there for 9 months. So during my 9 months, it felt like the worst 9 months ever. Experienced a lot of, let's say, a lot of harassment from coworkers, to creepy and rude and disrespectful managers, and it was just a lot to bad management. So this is going to be a series, my Kmart series, my experience of working at Kmart. And for the first series of my Kmart experience, my Kmart story times, I'm going to talk about my very, very creepy coworker that I had working at Kmart. I don't know his name, and I personally don't want to know his name, so it was very weird. So I know by watching story times on YouTube, a lot of people give their people nicknames, so I'm just gonna give him a nickname. I'm just gonna call him Michael. Um, I really hope that really isn't his name, but I'm just gonna call him Michael. So I want to say I worked at Kmart back in May of 2018. So yeah, worked there back of May 2018. I was very new there. It was like my very first retail job. So I was like very nervous. I didn't really know what to expect. So the more I worked there, the more I was starting to make friendships with some of my coworkers, the more I started to get the hand of like certain things, or like my schedules and things like that. And so it was a, working wise, it was a pretty good experience. I had a lot of fun working. Like, I worked in the children's department, so I had a lot of fun working in the children's department. I had a lot of fun working in retail. So I loved my job. I just didn't like the management. The management was really bad. We had like a manager, not over exaggerated, we had a manager like every 3 to 4 months. Like, there was always a new manager. I want to say at Kmart there's like 3 managers, no, 4 managers, sorry, we had 4 managers, then the fourth one left, then like 5 months later we had a new fourth one. So it was different managers, a whole lot of chaos. It was just every other week they would have like these big group orientations for like new employees, and then like you would see 20 people, 15 people trying to apply for the job, or you would see 15 new people trying to get the job, or they already got the job and they're at an interview, and soon as you know it, they're they're not there. Like, they might get accepted for the job, and then like 2 months later you won't see them anymore. So it was just things like that that was just like kind of like irky, like kind of like irking my nerves, and just working there just kind of gave me a lot of anxiety. And um, one of my coworkers, Michael, he gave me the most anxiety out of everyone there. He was just very creepy and very weird. So let me explain. Michael had a very weird look to him. Not trying to be mean, but one eye was like brown, one eye was blue. And I know like a lot of people, they're born with like different colored eyes and stuff, so that didn't really bother me. It was just like his aura, his energy is like very weird. It's like very creepy. So um, when I first got accepted to Kmart, one of my managers, she let me into training. The training room was like 2 computers. They like ask you certain questions about your department and kind of like training aspect. So I noticed like that's when I first met Michael, because he was on a little desk thing. He was trained too. He was already new there. He wasn't new, sorry. He wasn't new there. He's been working there. He told me he was working there for over 10 years, which is a lot. But, yeah, he's been working there for like over like 9 or 10 years, something crazy like that. And, so he was just like training, like just do regular training. He didn't work in the retail department. He worked in like stocking, so like stocking up food, stocking up toys. He did stuff like that, like stocking up the little aisles. That's what he did. So when I first met him, he was kind of nice, or I thought he was kind of nice, but I just, as time went on, he just kind of came across as like a weirdo. Um, so back of like May of 2018, I was like doing training stuff, and I wasn't technically on the floor yet. I was just doing training stuff, and Michael was just like, "Oh, hi, my name is Michael." I was like, "Oh, hi, my name is Ashley," and things were fine until you asked how old I was, and I really don't like when guys ask how old I am, so it just kind of comes across as creepy and weird. Um, so I think I told him like I was 20 or something. Yeah, because I was 20 at the time. And he said something along the lines of, when are you turning 21? So I'm just like, it's kind of weird. Like, he was just like, oh, when are you turning 21? Like, oh, that means I can't date you yet, or something weird like that. So stuff that was just like kind of like pretty odd, stuff that just like pretty weird for me. And like every time I would see him, he would like do like weird stuff, like wink, and it was just like very inappropriate. So like as time went on, like he would just like say little stuff that was just kind of like very weird. And I told my coworker, her name was, I think her name was Madison, my coworker that worked at Kmart. So I told her and stuff like that, and she was just like, yeah, that's just like really weird. And so I tried to avoid him as much as possible. Like my managers, she would always give me like morning shifts, and he would always work in morning shifts. So I'm like, oh my god, like no, like, cause I would dread working morning shifts, cause I know that he would be there, I know that Michael would be there, and I hated running into him. So so I began telling more people, and I remember my aunt Jackie, she used to work at Walmart, and me and my mom would go to Walmart sometimes, and my aunt Jackie, she had this really cool coworker. I forgot her name, but I'll just call her Jasmine. So I talked to one of my aunt's coworkers, Jasmine, and I told her like, yeah, there's like this really weird guy who keeps flirting with me, and it's kind of come across as like harassment. And I was like telling her all this stuff, and then it was like a girl that was in the back. There was like a girl, like, you know, one of the coworkers. I didn't know her, but it's like a coworker. I think she overheard what I was saying, and she was around my age, and she was like, "Oh, you're talking about Michael, the guy with the different eyes and stuff like that." And she was like describing him. I was like, "Yeah, that's him." And she was like, "Oh, stay away from him." She was like, "He flirts with a lot of females at like the job." And she was like, "Yeah, I used to work with him as well." Cause she was like, "Yeah, I used to work at Kmart in that location, so yeah, I know who you're talking about." She was like, "Yeah, stay away from him, cause he has like a lot of kids and all this stuff." So I was like, "Oh no." So yeah, Michael's just like really, really weird. And okay, so fast forward, cause it wasn't really a long time ago, but he did say certain things to me, but I don't really exactly remember. So let's fast forward. Okay, so let's fast forward like maybe like 5 months later. So 5 months later, I'm still working at Kmart, and it was like, I want to say this was like around summertime. So summertime. I know it's summertime because when it's summertime, I wear like an all white outfit. That's how I know it's summertime, because I remember this outfit. I had on white pants and a white shirt, and I went with my mom to Target. So me and my mom, we went to Target, and um, so I'm just minding my business with my mom. We're at Target, we're just running our little errands, doing our little, doing our little everyday shopping. And so yeah, like we went to the movies, and after we went to the movies, we went to Target. So that would be like our mother and daughter day. Cause I'm like really close to my mom. My mom is like my best friend. So we went to Target, went to movies, went to Target. Um, I paid none of it no attention. Like, it's just everyday errands. I paid it no attention. Just like, okay, this is like a regular day for me. It's like a regular day. We're just spending time with mom. This is my off day. It was like, I think it was like my day off from work. So, yeah. So, I want to say maybe like the next day or 2 days later. When was this? So after the whole Target thing and the movie date with my mom, I want to say like maybe like a week later even. So, unfortunately, I run into Michael, the weirdo, the creep coworker, and he was like, he talked to me. He was just like, "Oh yeah, like I seen you at Target with your mom. I think that was your mom." It was like, "Yeah, you were at Target shopping with your mom," and I'm like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up. This whole time, you see me at Target, and you didn't say anything to me? Like, that just sound kind of weird. Like, you didn't say hi, you didn't wave, you were looking at me, you seen me shopping with my mom, and you didn't say hi. Like, it sounds like you were kind of, like, spying on me or stalking me. Like, even thinking about it, like, if you've seen your coworker, wouldn't you wave or something? That just makes it weird. So were you like following me in the aisles? Were you like spying on me? It was just so weird. He was like, "Yeah, I seen you," and this is how I knew he was a stalker. This is how I knew, cause he said, "Yeah, I seen you at Target with your mom, and you looked really good with your white jeans and your white shirt. You looked really good." And I'm just looking at him like, so not only did you see me, you see my whole outfit. And it's really weird that you're describing what I had on. It's just kind of creepy. Like, you see me, red flag. You see me, you didn't say hi. Red flag number 2. Clearly you were stalking me, and clearly you were paying really good attention to me, because you paid attention to my white outfit, and then he said, "Oh, you look real good with your white outfit. You was looking real good. You was looking real good." And I'm just looking at him like, I didn't say anything. I just walked away from him like you're weird. Like, you're such a weirdo. Like, I just felt every day going to work, I just felt so uncomfortable, like being there, just from that whole Tiger situation, just like him seeing me. I didn't even know that he was there. Like, when I'm going to places, I pay attention to my surroundings. So him seeing me and then me not seeing him, that gives me a clue that he was like trying to like spy on me. Not spy on me, but it was just weird. Like, he was probably following me around the stores and like sneaking in different aisles. Like, you can't trust people nowadays. So it just like really like scared me. So I just like, I can't even go to Target. So it was just like really weird. And I told my mom, and my mom was just like, he shouldn't be doing that. He should be focusing on his work. He should be focusing on his job and not harassing you, which I definitely agree. So like every time like Michael would say something, I would talk to Madison, my coworker, because I like trusted Madison. Me and Madison were like really cool. Me and Madison were like around the same age. So, like, I would go to my coworker Madison and be like, "Hey, Michael said this," and when I mentioned, I think I mentioned the whole Target situation to Madison, and she was just like, "Yeah, that's like really creepy." So I want to say like I loved working night shifts because I did not have to see Michael, and like, and it's very sad to say, because I just didn't feel comfortable working there anymore. It's just a lot, and I don't know if I complained to HR. I should have complained to my managers. That's what I should have did. I should have complained to my managers. I should have said something. I don't think I said anything really. And I definitely, that's something I do regret from working there, is I regret not sticking up for myself, not telling him to stop, not telling him to leave me alone. And I also regret not going to HR and not going to my managers and telling them what's happened and what he's been saying to me. So yeah, so that was my first experience. Well, not my first experience with him being weird, but one of my experiences of him being weird. Um, and then another time when Michael was being a creep was when um, he was like, I was like minding my own business, you know, doing regular stuff at the job. I think like putting like maybe like clothes up or like folded clothes or like putting stocking like socks together or something like that. Like there's always something to do there, because there's like less employees, and I was working part-time, so I was like everywhere trying to like get this done in like a 4 hour 5 hour span. um so and I think this was morning shift as well. So Michael, the weirdo, he seen me, and like he was like trying to talk to me, and he was just like, oh, thinking of, it's a lot of stuff that I forgot to mention. So everything is starting to come to me now. So one day Michael was like, oh, I called you, but you didn't answer. And I'm looking like, yeah, he said that to me. He's like, I called you and you didn't answer. Out of the blue and work. And I'm like, you don't have my phone number. I would never give you my phone number, like, first and second of all. And he was like, oh yeah, like, he's like trying to be funny, like, oh yeah, I called you, but you didn't answer, you didn't pick up. Mind you, this guy was like 33 years old. This is a grown man. I'm like 20. I just think that's like very appropriate. Like, you're 33, 35 years old. I actually think he was like 36. He was like in his late 30s. This is a grown man. Like, this is a grown man. Old man. Old man. Flirting with a 20-year-old. I just thought it was like a very weird. It's very disgusting. Like I don't like stuff like that is just very weird for me. Don't do that. Like, I'm just trying to do my job. You do your job. So he would just say like a lot of stuff about him was just very weird thinking about it. Like 36 years old trying to flirt with someone that's like very young. We're not the same age group. You're like technically stalking me, saying, oh, I seen you at Target, but you didn't say hi, didn't say anything, didn't wave. If you see me at Target, if you see your coworker, don't you just say, oh, hi, like, hello, how you doing? Like, it was just very creepy. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I see you with your white outfit, with your white pants, your white t-shirt, da 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 da. It was just very, very uncomfortable for me. And then he hit me with the, one day he hit me with the, oh, I called you, but you didn't answer. Like, you don't have, like, I don't have your phone number, you don't have my phone number, you'll never have my phone number. And that's not me trying to be mean, that's just me being like, you're harassing me, like, please stop. And I'm like really upset with myself because I should have went to HR. I should have went to my managers. I am happy that I did went to. I'm happy that I did tell my coworker what happened. I'm happy that I did tell my mom what happened. I'm happy that I didn't completely hold it into myself. I'm happy that I did tell at least my mom and my coworker Madison that this guy's being weird. So so that's red flag number one, the whole Target situation where him probably stalking me in the aisles and being weird. And when he talks about, when, mind you, when he seen me at Target, he said he was with his son. So I'm like, you're with your son in Target stalking me, like being a weirdo, talking about my all white outfit, like please leave me alone. And just stuff like that just really bothered me. Like, please just go away. Like, I'm just trying to do my job. Just making it very difficult for me to do my job. And like, I'm a very nice person, and sometimes I feel like I'm too nice sometimes. Or just like, sometimes I let people like say or do too much. And sometimes I feel like especially during that situation, like I feel like he definitely disrespected me. He definitely like crossed boundaries with me, where I didn't like him, like you're weird, like stay away from me kind of thing. So the whole Target situation was weird. Um, after that situation, I didn't feel comfortable going anywhere after that, because I would always go to Target, and like everything, like Target's in a plaza, so like after that, I didn't feel comfortable going to the plaza because I didn't want to bump into him, or I didn't want him to say, hey, I seen you such and such, I seen you at Family Dollar, I seen you at Target again, like, no. And the last straw that broke the camel's back, the last straw that really, really, really like disturbed me was when I was doing work again. I think I was in the sock aisle, and I think I was like doing someone else's task or doing someone else's work because they were busy with work, and like one of the managers was like, hey, can you do this for me before you clock out? And I was like, yeah. So Michael, he came up to me, he was just like, oh, I think he asked for my phone number or something weird, and he was like trying to flirt with me, and he was just like, oh, don't worry, I don't bite unless you want me to. Like, I don't bite unless you want me to. And it was just like real inappropriate. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't bite unless you want me to. Like, please go away, sir. Like, please, you're a father, you're a grown man, you're pushing 40. Like, please leave me alone. And I think after that, my experience, that was like one of the worst experience, not one of the worst, but that's one of my experiences working at Kmart. That's why um, I'm having like this whole what's the word? I'm having like this Kmart series of like all of my worst and bad experiences working there, from being harassed to having terrible managers to having bad management. And I'm not really scared or afraid to tell my story of working at Kmart because Kmart is bankrupt. All the stores are closed down. There's no Kmart's in any city. Just like Blockbuster. Like Blockbuster was really popular. No, there's no Blockbuster. Same thing with Kmart. So I'm not really scared to tell my story. Like I said in one of my videos, like I don't know where none of my managers are. Don't know where none of my coworkers are. So I'm not really scared to tell my story. So I feel safe telling my story. And yeah, so that's my experience with the creepy stalker coworker at Kmart at my job, at my retail job. Um, Please give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Um, Thank you so much, Myscene Gang, for just supporting me, being there for me. I call you guys Myscene Gang because my name is AshleyyBabyDoll on my YouTube platform, and I feel like we're a tight knit family. We're like a family. We're like a we're like a crew. Like Myscene Gang, we're like a crew, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for loving me. Be safe. Be blessed. Stay positive. I love you guys. Um, Thank you for everything, and always know this: believe in yourself, believe in your dreams. You can accomplish anything in this world, no matter what. You can accomplish anything. If you want to be famous, you will be famous. If you want to be a successful singer, you can be a successful singer. If you want your song on the radio, it can happen. Law of attraction, you can manifest anything you want. Your dreams are unlimited. You can accomplish anything you want. I believe in you. Myscene Gang, we're very talented. We dream big. You guys mean the world to me. You guys are awesome. And thank you so much for enjoying my videos. And thank you so much for requesting my videos. I also had a request from one of my subscribers. She requested that I read a children's book called Commotion in the Ocean. Commotion in the Ocean is a children's book, so lucky for me. That's a good thing for me because I have a lot of younger siblings. I have two twin cousins who are 4 years old, boy and a girl. So that's very lucky for me because I get to read to them, and I'm gonna put them on my YouTube platform. And I'm gonna ask their mom for permission first, but I'm gonna have my twin cousins on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna read Commotion in the Ocean to them, and I'm gonna like ask like how they liked it. Like I'm gonna ask them for like their review of how they liked it. Then I'm gonna give my own review of how I liked it as well, because I'm a huge bookworm and I love children's books, and I've been reading since I've been a huge bookworm since age 4. Like, I remember like being 5 years old trying to read a novel book, like not over exaggerating. Like, I remember going to my school library and trying to pick up like this big old novel book, and then my friend tapped me on my shoulder and she was like, like, are you be able to read that? So like, yeah, I'm like big into reading, so I'm excited to read Commotion in the Ocean. So thank you so much to one of my subscribers who also gave me a video request. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading Commotion in the Ocean. Thank you guys so much for loving me and supporting me. You guys mean the world to me, and I love you, Myscene Gang. Stay blessed, stay safe, as always. Love.